friends, MD Vegan. Very quick and easy today. I put something together, and when I wondered what to eat now, I thought fruit or veggies, the first choice. Yeah, what could be either. I don't like to combine, basically, in raw food, this is a little bit less important. You can pretty much combine anything in raw food. But there is a general distinction between veggies and fruit. One is more cleansing, one is more nourishing. Like with cooked and raw food, similar. Cooked food is more nourishing in general, That's not a totally clear, strict rule, but just in general to make a very, when I eat cooked food all the time, I am easy to gain weight. I have to exercise more, I can eat more. And when I eat raw food, I'd rather lose weight. Always talking about vegan food, of course. Yeah. And if I eat raw food, there is the same distinction between veggies and fruit. Yeah. I can combine some, because also the distinction between veggies and fruit is not clear. For we call, for example, veggies in the kitchen like tomatoes, cucumbers, avocados, these are basically all fruit because the seed is contained in the fruit. Definition of fruit, basic. Yeah. So, but today just a little short way to have an easy way to discriminate what kind of food we eat. Yeah. Today I want to eat some veggies. That was my plan. Something savory. Fruit is usually sweet. Yeah, sweet and sour. These kind of things. And more carbohydrates, the sugar is in there in fruit, just in general. And veggies are more like minerals, certain vitamins, more savory dishes, just to make it easier. With that, not strictly speaking, always clear, right? So, veggies today, that was just what I felt like. Eating veggies is something savory. And I had the idea of eating cauliflower, Cauliflower is just in these little florets. I can snack on them. They are so delicious. But why not use them in a salad? Usually I make a cauliflower rice, processing the cauliflower florets to a rice, and then combining everything, what I like, dressing or without. But I can also eat it in florets, like the whole crunchy thing that is a different quality. And I thought, why? Why couldn't I make a salad with the cauliflower florets? Just like I snack on them. Wouldn't that be nice and easy? I don't need a food processor, nothing. So I do that now. I put the cauliflower florets into my salad bowl, just a handful, not too much. Yeah? The raw cauliflower is a wonderful food. Some people think, they are dangerous for the thyroid. That's all myth. Raw cauliflower is super healthy, like all the cruciferous vegetables like broccoli and all the other cabbages. They have immense health benefits. Yeah? They can heal cancer even. There is an enzyme that is built when you eat raw cabbage or cauliflower or broccoli, cruciferous vegetables, that really can cure cancer. Very nice thing. And especially in raw, when it's cooked, it vanishes. It doesn't really build, but you have to eat it raw. That's one reason why I don't eat that much cauliflower when it's raw. I can eat it every day. I don't need a large amount. So a small amount of cauliflower, raw cauliflower florets, see? Just some crunchy cauliflower florets, broken down small, and a handful of, maybe a cup of tomatoes. I have these cup tomatoes here, these cherry tomatoes. I quartered them. They are usually delicious, also even in wintertime, whereas in general, I like to buy tomatoes in summer because then they have a slight chance to have some delicious tomatoes, because that is really a difficult vegetable to get, a really delicious one. Tomatoes, oftentimes they taste watery, not really like tomato. I always am very happy when I find a nice tomato, but the cherry tomatoes, usually they're okay, pretty okay. And they can be very different in price. And in summertime, they're mostly inexpensive, relatively so. And I have a bunch of parsley that goes perfectly with both, with this cauliflower and with tomato. And with regard to the parsley, I just wash a bunch, make it in a ball, and cut it with a cutting knife. Just like on the cutting board. Very simple. It's not a big task, you see. I have a nice combination here, white, red and green, like Italy's colors. And they're also very nice together in flavor. So these are the three main ingredients today, but I want to have a topping, a fourth one, yeah, that is onion. The second part, so to say, is the half an onion, not too much, but that goes perfect with parsley, perfect with onion, with tomato, and also perfect with cauliflower. It's nice and crunchy, and whereas the cauliflower has a pretty neutral flavor, can be a little bit, the cauliflower side, the cabbage side, a little bit a little bit, I don't know, there's a sharp side to the cauliflower, a bit too much, yeah, like a broccoli too, and that corresponds very nicely to the onion. If I mince the onion, chop them in small pieces, then the flavor has got pretty nice combined, and it balances each other. And I don't need to talk about the combination of onion and tomato, onion and parsley, that's perfect anyway. So I have a nice combination here, very simple and basic. I just want to have little bit of dressing here. And what I want to have is, together with the cauliflower and tomato especially, I want to have something sour. Yeah, a sour dressing, so very, very simple sour dressing, and that is basically made with apple cider vinegar and a little bit of olive oil. That's the idea. And it could be too sour when I use apple cider vinegar, because it's very sour, apple cider vinegar. So I put some sweetener in it. I show you. This is some shaker. Yeah, I put here just a little bit of, you see, apple cider vinegar in there. I add some olive oil. This is I don't use that much olive oil, it's not whole food, so I use it scarcely, yeah, but for a dressing in a small amount, it's okay, just 2 tablespoons or so. You see, the larger part is, as you can see, the apple cider vinegar, a little bit of oil to make it a little bit glossy and shiny, yeah, and pepper and salt. These are my main spices today. Yeah, very plain, basic, very simple. Everybody can have it at home. It's just a teaspoon each. See, all goes in here. And as I said, it is a little bit sour because of the apple cider vinegar. It might even work, but I take some sweetener here and I have a nice raw agave nectar. You can take any kind of agave. I prefer this one. It's so delicious. You see the brown, dark color of the agave nectar. Yeah, I don't take too much here. You see, just to have it a nice, and it goes so nice also as a combination, as an adjustment for the tomatoes. Usually tomatoes, a good tomato, should have some sweetness, very ripe. There is a lot of sweetness in a tomato. And it's a general advice, if you have the fruit not perfectly ripe, and well, when we live in the city, oftentimes we have fruit that comes from overseas or from somewhere where it has to ripen during the storage, and then it's not perfectly sun-ripe. We always have that. Sometimes it's not easy to get really very ripe fruit and veggies, so not so easy to get all the time. So the little bit of sweetener in the dressing helps also with that, because the ripeness is basically more sugar. The starches, by the ripening, transform into sugar, makes it easy digestible. That is, in general, we recommend eating ripe fruit and veggies, because of this transformation makes it easier digestible. And when we burn on our cells, they have the fuel of cells is glucose, and that's what happens when the fruit ripes. Yeah, it's very good. But a little bit of a sweetener can make up for a lot of these effects, so it helps to put some sweetener in the dressing occasionally, especially tomatoes. So I'm very curious now what this will taste like. I love a simple salad. To make it in 5 minutes, I've told a lot of stories here, yeah, to explain a little bit about the ingredients, but if I make that for myself, it takes 5 minutes and I'm done. Tasting now the dressing. Very nice. Perfect. It's still sour, not too sour. There is now the agave in there, and now I show you what it looks like. I put it over my dressing. I put it over the cut the onions. they now soak it up. They have been cut very small pieces, so the sharp flavor of the onions combines nicely with the juice from the tomatoes and from the dressing. It will perfectly combine. There is this sour, basic green flavor from the parsley and the crunchy, neutral flavor from the cauliflower. I guess that should be a nice salad. It reminds me a little bit of a tabbouleh. Tabbouleh is basically parsley tomato salad, and you can put also some carbs in there. Yeah, you can take cauliflower rice, for example. You want to have it raw or so, and it looks a little bit like that. It's a little bit different because you have the large cauliflower florets here, but it is basically like that. And I guess it tastes very, very nice. I have to try now. I'm so curious. Let's see. Fantastic. It's exactly what I wanted. I have the crunchy cauliflower. It's the main part here. But at the same time, to balance it with these wonderful, soft, but also a little bit of crunch they have, tomatoes. It's perfect together. And the other ingredients, they play around, make it a little bit this and that. Very nice. Perfect salad. I tried this, and if you like it too, give me a thumbs up. If you like my video, you can also subscribe and be vegan on YouTube. I have another video every single day. A new recipe comes out. And you can also find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter.